Hello, queens. Imagine a figure who moves through life like a ghost, leaving a trail of awe and unease in her wake. She's not the femme fatale of a spy thriller or the villain in a blockbuster movie. No, she's something far more elusive and chilling. She's the Sigma female. In a world where power is often measured by brute force or overt manipulation, she stands apart, wielding a different kind of power, one that's subtle, sophisticated, and utterly mesmerizing. But make no mistake, behind her calm exterior lies a mind that is always calculating, always analyzing, always one step ahead. She's not just another woman. She's the only one you must fear. Join me as we delve into the enigmatic world of the Sigma female and uncover what makes her truly dangerous. Number 1. Invisible influence. Picture a puppeteer pulling the strings, hidden in the shadows while the puppets dance on stage. That's the Sigma female, masterfully orchestrating events from behind the scenes. Her influence felt, but never seen. It's a chilling thought, knowing that someone could be shaping your world without you even realizing it. While others vie for attention and recognition, she prefers to operate in the shadows, quietly pulling the levers of power. Her influence is subtle, insidious even, weaving its way through the fabric of society like a silent virus. She doesn't need to assert herself overtly. She knows that true power lies in the ability to influence without being noticed. In boardrooms and meeting rooms, she's the one who sits back, observing, listening, analyzing. While others jockey for position and vie for the spotlight, she remains in the background, her presence barely noticeable. And yet, when decisions are made, when deals are struck, it's often her hand guiding the process. She understands that true power isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the one who holds the strings. In personal relationships, her invisible influence can be equally potent. Imagine being drawn to someone, feeling a connection that you can't quite explain. It's as if they understand you on a level that goes beyond words. That's the Sigma female at work, subtly guiding your emotions, shaping your perceptions without you even realizing it. It's a kind of manipulation, yes, but it's done with such finesse that you hardly notice it's happening. Consider a social gathering where she's present. While others are busy vying for attention and trying to make themselves heard, she quietly works her magic, subtly influencing the mood of the room, steering conversations in directions that suit her agenda. It's like being caught in a gentle current, pulling you along without you even realizing you're being moved. But there's a darkness to this invisible influence, a sense of unease that comes from knowing that someone else is pulling the strings. It's the realization that your actions, your decisions, may not be entirely your own. And yet, there's a certain thrill to it, a sense of excitement in knowing that you're being guided by someone who operates on a level beyond your comprehension. Number 2. Mastery of silence. Now picture yourself in a room full of people, all talking at once, trying to make their points heard. It's a cacophony of voices, a frenzy of words and opinions flying around. Amidst this chaos, there's one person who sits quietly, observing. She doesn't rush to speak, doesn't scramble for the spotlight. She waits. This is the Sigma female, and her mastery of silence is nothing short of chilling. Silence, to most, is uncomfortable. It's that awkward gap in conversation that people rush to fill with mindless chatter. But to a Sigma female, silence is a weapon. She understands that not every thought needs to be voiced, and this restraint is what gives her words their power. When she finally does speak, it's as if the world stops to listen. Her words are carefully chosen, precise, and devastatingly effective. In a business meeting, while others are busy trying to outdo each other with their ideas and opinions, she sits back, absorbing everything. She listens intently, her silence forcing others to reveal more than they intended. When she finally speaks, her words cut through the noise like a scalpel, sharp and to the point. It's not just what she says, but how she says it, with an authority that comes from knowing the power of silence. Her silence can be unnerving. In arguments, while others are shouting and throwing around accusations, she remains calm. She doesn't react immediately, doesn't feel the need to defend herself with a barrage of words. Instead, she lets the silence build, creating a tension that is almost unbearable. And then, with a few well-chosen words, she dismantles the opposition's arguments with a quiet, lethal precision. It's like being struck by lightning, sudden, unexpected, and utterly overwhelming. In personal relationships, this mastery of silence is equally powerful. Imagine having a disagreement with her. While you're venting and trying to make your point, she listens, her expression calm and unreadable. Just when you think you've won, she speaks. Her words are few, but perfectly chosen, addressing the heart of the issue in a way that leaves you stunned and speechless. It's not just what she says, it's the timing, the delivery. It's the way her silence made you underestimate her, made you think you had the upper hand. At social gatherings, she's the one who listens more than she talks, the one who makes others feel heard. But don't mistake her silence for disengagement. She's observing, analyzing, and when she does join the conversation, her contributions are so impactful that they shift the entire dynamic of the room. People find themselves hanging on her every word, not because she's loud, but because she's mastered the art of saying exactly what needs to be said and nothing more. Her silence creates an air of mystery and authority. It makes people wonder what she's thinking, what insights she's withholding. It gives her an edge, a sense of control over any situation. She knows that in a world obsessed with noise, silence can be the most powerful tool of all. It can command attention, create suspense, and convey confidence in a way that words alone never could. Her mastery of silence is a form of power, one that's both subtle and profound. It's a reminder that sometimes less is more. In a world obsessed with noise, she stands out by knowing the value of quiet. And that ability to wield silence as a weapon, to make her words count, is what makes her truly formidable. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation with a Sigma female and she falls silent, beware. She's not disengaged. She's just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Queens, don't miss out on the captivating content and insights we bring back-to-back on the Queenly Quest channel. Subscribe now to stay updated with the very best content. Join our community of seekers and explorers as we delve into the mysterious world of the Sigma female and beyond. Subscribe today for a journey like no other. Number 3. Non-linear thinkers. Imagine trying to navigate a maze where the walls shift and change. While most people walk through it step by step, tracing the paths in a logical sequential order, the Sigma female looks at it from above, seeing the entire layout at once. Her mind doesn't just follow a straight path from point A to point B. It dances through ideas, connections, and possibilities that others can't even begin to grasp. This is what makes her a nonlinear thinker. Where others see a problem, she sees an opportunity disguised in complexity. Her thought processes jump from one point to another, making connections that seem invisible to the linear mind. It's like she's playing chess in a world where everyone else is playing checkers. Her moves are not just ahead of everyone else's, they're on a different plane entirely. In the workplace, this can be downright unsettling. Picture a meeting where everyone is brainstorming solutions for a project. The usual suggestions come up, safe, predictable, and uninspired. Then she speaks. Her ideas seem to come out of left field, but they're so innovative and effective that they leave the room in stunned silence. It's not just thinking outside the box. It's thinking as if the box never existed in the first place. Her non-linear thinking can disrupt traditional approaches and outcomes in ways that can be as thrilling as they are disconcerting. She doesn't follow the beaten path because she's too busy carving out new trails. This can lead to breakthroughs that others wouldn't have dreamed possible. But it can also mean she sees solutions where others see only chaos. In everyday situations, this trait is equally powerful. Imagine trying to win an argument with her. While you're laying out your points one by one, she's already several steps ahead, connecting dots you didn't even know existed. She can dismantle your argument with an insight that seems to come from nowhere, leaving you scrambling to understand how she did it. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, except you didn't even realize you were in a fight until it was over. This kind of thinking doesn't just bend the rules, it can rewrite them entirely. She sees the world in a mosaic of patterns and possibilities, rather than a straightforward line of events. This allows her to anticipate and adapt to changes in ways that seem almost prescient. Her mind is a labyrinth, each twist and turn holding potential that others simply overlook. When you think you've caught up to her, she's already miles ahead, exploring a new avenue of thought. This ability to think non-linearly is not just a skill, it's a superpower that makes her both captivating and formidable. Dealing with a Sigma female means embracing the unexpected. Her innovative thinking can lead to brilliant solutions and breathtaking outcomes, but it also means you'll never quite know what she's going to do next. And that unpredictability, that ability to see the world in a way you can't even imagine, is what makes her truly dangerous. Number 4. Adaptive camouflage. Imagine a creature that can change its colors to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. Invisible one moment, strikingly visible the next. That's the Sigma female, mastering the art of adaptive camouflage in the ever-changing landscapes of social and professional interactions. It's a skill that's both mesmerizing and chilling, for it allows her to morph into whoever she needs to be, whenever she needs to be it. While most people struggle to maintain a consistent persona across different contexts, she effortlessly shifts gears, adapting her personality and behavior to fit like a glove. Whether she's in a corporate boardroom or a casual gathering, she knows exactly how to blend in or stand out, depending on what the situation demands. It's like watching a master actor seamlessly slip into different roles, each one convincing and compelling in its own right. But her chameleon-like ability goes beyond mere survival in the corporate jungle. In personal relationships, she can adapt her personality to suit the needs and desires of those around her, making her an irresistible force of charm and charisma. She knows how to be the life of the party when the occasion calls for it, but she can also be a sympathetic listener, a comforting presence in times of need. It's this versatility that makes her so captivating, so alluring, and yet so elusive. Consider a group of friends, each with their own unique personalities and quirks. While others struggle to navigate the dynamics of the group, she seamlessly integrates herself, becoming an indispensable part of the social fabric. She knows when to take the lead and when to fade into the background, effortlessly maintaining her place at the center of attention without ever overshadowing anyone else. In the end, what makes her adaptive camouflage so chilling is the realization that you can never truly know her. She's a shapeshifter, a master of disguise, and beneath the surface lies a core identity that remains elusive and enigmatic. And while you may think you've finally figured her out, she's already moved on, blending seamlessly into her next environment, leaving you wondering who she really is, and if you'll ever truly know. Number 5. Sophisticated emotional intelligence. Now imagine walking into a room and instantly feeling understood, even without speaking a word. There's someone there who seems to know exactly what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you need. This person doesn't just notice your mood, they understand it deeply. This is the Sigma female, and her sophisticated emotional intelligence is nothing short of mesmerizing. While most people struggle to navigate their own emotions, she navigates the emotions of others with ease. She reads the room like a seasoned detective, picking up on the subtlest cues. A flicker of an eye, a slight shift in body language, the faintest tone in a voice. These aren't just details to her. They're the pieces of a puzzle that she instinctively understands. It's as if she's seeing into the very soul of those around her. Her ability to read emotions is only the beginning. What makes her truly formidable is her capacity to influence those emotions subtly and effectively, often without her targets ever realizing it. She can make you feel heard and valued with just a few well-placed words, a comforting gesture, or even a moment of shared silence. This isn't manipulation in the crude sense. It's an art form, a delicate dance of empathy and insight. Consider a high-pressure business negotiation. While others focus on the hard facts and figures, she zeroes in on the emotional undercurrents. She senses the anxiety of her opponents, their hidden insecurities and unspoken desires. With this knowledge, she tailors her approach, saying exactly what needs to be said to ease their fears and guide them towards her desired outcome. By the time the deal is done, they feel like it was their idea all along, never realizing how skillfully they were led. In personal relationships, her emotional intelligence is equally powerful. Imagine being in a disagreement with her. While you're wrapped up in your frustration or anger, she's calmly dissecting your emotions, understanding not just what you're saying, but why you're saying it. She addresses the root of the issue, often diffusing the conflict before it even escalates. It's not about winning the argument, it's about resolving the underlying tension. By the end, you feel understood and respected, not defeated. Her influence extends beyond direct interactions. In group settings, she's the one who can shift the entire mood of the room with a single comment or gesture. She knows when to lighten the atmosphere with a joke, when to offer a word of encouragement, and when to provide a stern but necessary critique. People gravitate towards her, drawn by an almost magnetic pull of her emotional acumen. They trust her, confide in her, and are often left wondering how she always seems to know exactly what to say. Her sophisticated emotional intelligence is not about overt control, it's about subtle guidance. She doesn't force her will on others, she leads them there gently, making them feel as if they arrived on their own. This subtlety is her true power, the ability to influence without appearing to do so. In the end, what makes her so unsettling is the realization that while you were busy trying to understand your own feelings, she was already 2 steps ahead, understanding them better than you do yourself. Her emotional intelligence is a silent force, a whisper that can move mountains. It's the reason why she can walk into any situation and come out on top, leaving others in awe of her seemingly effortless ability to connect, influence, and lead. Number 6. Intellectual detachment. Queens. Imagine a surgeon performing a delicate operation, her hands steady, her focus unwavering. She doesn't let the high stakes or the pressure of the moment affect her judgment. She approaches the task with a cool, detached precision, guided solely by logic and facts. This is the Sigma female, and her ability to detach her emotions from intellectual pursuits is nothing short of chilling. While most people struggle to separate their emotions from their decisions, she does it effortlessly. She can analyze situations with a clarity that borders on clinical, seeing through the haze of feelings to the cold, hard truth beneath. This doesn't mean she lacks empathy or compassion. It means she understands that emotions can cloud judgment and lead to poor decisions. So she sets them aside, like a surgeon sterilizing her instruments before an operation. In emotionally charged environments, this intellectual detachment is her greatest asset. Imagine a heated argument where tempers flare and egos clash. While others get swept up in the drama, she remains calm and composed. She doesn't let anger or frustration cloud her judgment. She sees the situation for what it truly is. This allows her to find solutions that others might overlook, to diffuse conflicts before they escalate into something irreparable. Consider a high-stakes business negotiation. While her opponents might try to play on her emotions, appealing to her sense of pride or fear, she remains unmoved. She sees through their tactics, recognizing them for what they are, distractions meant to derail her. Instead, she focuses on the facts, on the bottom line. This allows her to make decisions that are rational and strategic, rather than impulsive or driven by emotion. Her ability to detach her emotions from intellectual pursuits doesn't make her heartless, it makes her efficient. She can approach problems with a clarity and objectivity that others envy. She doesn't get bogged down by sentimentality or nostalgia. She focuses on what needs to be done and how best to do it. But there's a darkness to this detachment, a sense of coldness that can be unsettling. It's the realization that behind her calm exterior lies a mind that is always calculating, always analyzing. She's not swayed by sentiment or swayed by passion. She's driven by a relentless pursuit of truth and efficiency. And in a world where emotions often cloud judgment, that kind of clarity can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Thanks for watching, Queens. See you at our next one. Bye for now, and God bless.